Hi guys, it's Kiariko here, back with another speed build. This is a speed build of an abandoned home in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. So the backstory of this home is it was like a normal, regular family home, and then a zombie apocalypse, started, and then the family had to abandon this home for, whatever reason. And I was kind of assuming this is probably like a couple years into the zombie apocalypse, so I think like several survivors or survival groups have like been through this home and have used it as like shelter. But later on you'll see I have like a little, what's it called? Like a little graffiti thing on the wall later on. I'll explain it later, but I had this idea that maybe another survival group had to mark this home as being unsafe, and survival groups or like remaining survivors from the apocalypse can no longer live in this home. And the reason for that is that in this universe, I had this idea that the zombie apocalypse was started and spread by spores and fungus from like mushrooms and stuff. And that's an idea that's been played out a lot in a lot of zombie apocalypse, stories and stuff, particularly in the Last of Us, most famously, I think. And I like The Last of Us. I've never played The Last of Us, but I'm very like familiar with the story. And I've seen a lot of clips from it, so I'm familiar enough with it to say that this is Last of Us inspired a little bit. But basically, this house has like a mushroom infestation on the first floor, which makes it uninhabitable because any survivors who would come to this home could like be infected, and become zombies, which is obviously a no-no. So it's kind of like a straight up just abandoned home in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. And no one really requested this. This is just kind of like a random fun build I put together. I mean, honestly, like, you ever have that urge to like take a sledgehammer and like just destroy a wall? You know what I mean? Like just demolish structures? I don't know. Maybe this is just a me thing, but sometimes I just have like this inner desire to just like sledgehammer walls and like, just destroy interior design, which is very, interesting since I love interior design. I guess it's just like my way of expressing frustration when it comes to interior design. I don't know. I wasn't like frustrated or anything like that today. I just had the desire to build something that was very destroyed and decrepit and abandoned for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think part of it was because I was just kind of tired today, and I like builds like this where it's all like messy and destroyed, because I don't have to, what's the word? Because interior design takes a lot of energy and effort to, put together and come up with a color palette and arrangement and design. And there is elements of that in this build, but it's a lot easier to kind of, for me personally, to just kind of let go and build more loosely when it's like, oh, this is like a destroyed, totally wrecked home, and I can just kind of do whatever with it. You guys know what I mean? I mean, maybe that's just a me thing, but builds like this are just a lot easier for me to do because I'm a lot less concerned with how it looks, because obviously it looks terrible because it's so abandoned and destroyed. Anyways, as you can see, I'm cluttering the yard right now. This is a flipped over military vehicle, which obviously I feel like it really plays into the story of a zombie apocalypse, Like maybe this was like right at the beginning when the zombie apocalypse started and like the military was, rolling in to, destroy the zombies, and there was like a whole, like the zombies like overran the military, and like this truck flipped over into this front yard and stuff. I just feel like there's like a little bit of a storytelling element with this military vehicle flipped over here. But as you can see, there's that little red mark I put by the door. It's kind of faint here, but you can kind of see it's like a red graffiti, X, circle X by the door, basically saying don't come in here. There's mushrooms here that'll infect you. It's not a safe place. But yeah. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this build. I've done a couple zombie apocalypse builds before. I usually do like survival camp builds, because, that makes the most sense to do in a zombie apocalypse. But I feel like I haven't done a build like this where it's like straight up an abandoned home. You know what I mean? Like no one can live here. It's just like totally wrecked. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think of that. Anyways, I'm on the interior now, just putting in my walls, putting in a staircase to the second floor. This is a relatively medium to large size house. It's a it's 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, I believe. Not that that really matters since no one can live here. As you can see, the door I use the same door on all the rooms. It's a door that's like half open, and I really liked using the half open door everywhere just because it kind of gave a sense of I don't know, maybe this is just me, but it gave me a sense of like abandonment and movement. Like they had to rush out the door. They couldn't even close it behind them. You know, like all the doors are open. And as you can see here, I'm putting in a bunch of, you know, water stains and marks and just making this whole place look kind of dirty and disgusting, which is so fun to do. You know, like these builds, the ones that are of buildings that are dirty and gross and totally wrecked, they're just so fun to do. You know, it's like what I was trying to say earlier. It's like nice to destroy. You know what I mean? Like, it's nice for me to take a digital sledgehammer and just totally wreck this place. Does that make sense? That's what I was trying to say. But anyways, as you can see, we're setting up the, you know, quote unquote living room, which isn't really a living room anymore. It's just kind of like a random room that has a bunch of, you know, random furniture kind of scattered around it. I mean, you get the elements of a living room here, right? You get the coffee table and you have the couch and stuff, and it's kind of similar feeling, but it's kind of spread out and it's not really organized in a way that would make sense for an actual functional living room, because obviously, you know, the furniture would be moved around over the years by people or zombies or animals, I don't know. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of trash everywhere. I mean, I don't know the story behind why there's so much trash everywhere. It just makes the place look really, you know, decrepit and abandoned. And, you know, maybe as survivors came through here when the house was still livable, you know, before there were mushrooms and stuff, you know, people just probably, you know, what's the word? They just kind of looted the place, I guess, kind of looked for stuff to take, you know, survival things, and just kind of wrecked the place and destroyed it. So obviously it's very messy and you're gonna see trash everywhere. Let's see, what are we doing here? I'm just kind of going through my decorations menu. I'm just trying to find a bunch of random trash looking things. You know, it's already pretty trashy in this living room here. I wish I had a couch that looked more dirty than this one. Like, this couch I feel like still works, but I don't have any couches that have like dirty upholstery, you know, and I feel like I should get one because I do builds like this, you know, quite a lot, and I feel like I should have a dirty couch by now. But let me know if you guys, you know, have any dirty couch custom content. I need a couch that looks disgusting. Anyway, so this is the little mushroom patch I was talking about in the kitchen. As you can see, the kitchen floor has cracked away, like the ground underneath is now exposed. I guess this house doesn't have any sort of foundation or anything like that. But these spore mushrooms are growing through, and these are the mushrooms that can give you zombie disease, the zombie virus, I guess. So it's a no-no for this house, because if you go in here and you breathe in the spores, and you become a zombie, right? Because that's how it works in The Last of Us, I think. I haven't played the games, but I'm familiar with it enough, I think. Anyways, we're in the kitchen now, like I said. And we are putting in all the, let's see, just details, I guess, random buckets and boxes and, you know, cracks in the wall. These builds are just so fun for me to do, because I can relax, you know, I don't have to care so much. I don't have to be so uptight, because I am very uptight about interior design when I'm building. I'm like, if things are slightly the wrong color or slightly the wrong placement or just doesn't quite fit, I'm just like, no way. But in builds like this, I can be more like, you know what, it's okay, it's like an abandoned build, so the color palette doesn't have to be so exact, you know? Because the color palette here, you know, you kind of get similar tones throughout, but in general, there's not really a strict color scheme going on. You kind of get a little bit of everything, I think, which usually is not something I do because I'm so crazy about color palette. But like I said, builds like this, it relaxes me, you know, I can chill. But, you know, if you guys have any requests or, you know, recommendations, suggestions for builds, whatever, just let me know. I know you guys already have, and you already continue to do so, and I always encourage that. I love your suggestions. I hear them. I don't always do them the moment I hear them. I have to kind of be in the right headspace to get around to them, but I do, you know, I do. So please, you know, leave any suggestions you have down below, or especially if it's like zombie related, because I've been on like a little bit of a zombie I've been in a zombie headspace recently. That doesn't make any sense, but I just want to do more decrepit, kind of abandoned, sad builds. So if you have anything like in that lane, let me know. Anyways, this is like a little dining room that's, you know, very empty and abandoned, as this whole place is. Put a broom against the wall. Let's see, what are we doing here? Just gonna put in a little side table in the corner. I don't know. Just, I really wish that I had more custom content or furniture that was like broken and dirty and stuff, you know, because I have a little bit, but not enough that I felt like I could totally populate this house accurately to an abandoned house, you know what I mean? So if you guys know any, like, I'm serious, like if you know any custom content furniture that's like a set that's like destroyed furniture, or overturned furniture, just like old furniture, please let me know, because I will definitely use it a lot, because I I do builds a lot. But yeah, anyways, this is kind of a sad part to this build. This is a child's bedroom. That child, probably not alive anymore. Very sad, but also very fun for the story. Adds a touch of sadness. But this is their bedroom. They have a little teddy bear there. I hope they're alive in this apocalypse. Probably not, but this is a very cute room. And now we are on in the parents' room. Again, just kind of throwing together furniture that kind of looks very, I don't know what the word is, like bare, sparse, like there's not a lot there. There's not a lot left. Things were either looted or destroyed or have just worn and broken down over time. And yeah, I don't know why they don't have any pictures on their walls. I mean, I do know it's because I don't have any like pictures that looked like they would fit here. But and maybe this family like took all the photos off their wall before they left their house, to like have the photos like a family keepsake. I don't know. But this is the little bathroom here. Kept it pretty simple. I didn't have a lot of stuff for an abandoned bathroom, so like, there's not a lot of stuff in the bathrooms. And then we have this long hallway space here. I just kind of put in like a little chest thing. Like, I think it's a toy chest actually. We'll see in just a second. But it's just a chest. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a toy chest. I'm not quite sure. And then we're just gonna put in some last few decorations, and that is the build. Please let me know what you think. Let me know, if you have any build suggestions. Let me know, what would you do in a zombie apocalypse? That's something I always ask people, like, what is your game plan? Like, if there's a zombie apocalypse, what are you doing? Like, what is your methodology? I've heard a lot of people talk about how they would like go into Costco and like hole up in the Costco, which sounds like a really good idea, right? Because you have like a lot of supplies and it's like huge and there's no windows and it's concrete and it's probably pretty safe. The only problem with it is like, I feel like everyone would do that, right? Like everyone would go to supermarkets and department stores and Costco's. So maybe that's not the best idea because then you'd have a lot of competition, So I don't know. What's your plan? Let me know. I don't know what my plan is. I'm not actively trying to make a plan, but it's always fun to think about. So yeah, help me make a plan. What are you doing in a zombie apocalypse? Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.